Hello everybody, happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having an incredible day. And today I want to do a deep regressive workshop with everybody that wants to join. This is actually something that I offer my Bay Area meetup group, and I offer it to everybody in the Bay Area so that we can get together and work on self-love and tackle the very deep root issues of where we are not able to access that self-love, that connection to the body and the mind. So we're going to get started. Before I begin the actual practice, and so what we're going to do today is a little bit of deep regressive work. I want you guys to find a really nice, comfortable space to be in so that we can begin our meditation. It's going to be about 45 minutes long tops, and during that time I'm going to show you a combination of techniques that include shamanic work, which is working with the ethereal energetic body, as well as connecting with our past, all the programs that we have created from past experiences that have brought us to where we are today, experiencing all of the things, the fears, the anxieties that we're going through now. So I am going to begin by talking a little bit about what self-love is. When we talk about self-love, we talk about the way that we look at ourselves, the way that we perceive ourselves, and the way that we interact with the world around us. So it's really important that we learn how to love ourselves, because before we're able to love anyone outside of us, connect with people outside of us, we have to be able to connect with our inner self, to have that communication, that mind and body connection, that we're tapping in to what we feel, how we're doing, and how we are interacting, where our perception is coming from. And that's really important, because as we are going in our lives, evolving, having our careers, running our very busy lives, it's important to take a moment to make sure that the direction that we're so busily running in, the direction of our work, is in alignment with our highest potential, in alignment with our highest good, and what we ultimately are here to do. And a lot of us that are in the spiritual community, that are working on self-development, working on helping ourselves excel in our mind and body and the way that we interact with the world around us, it's really important that we don't get lost in the idealism of having a spiritual life without doing that inner work that's so important. Some of us forget that the work that we need to do is really silent time. It is time where we are sitting down, we're meditating, and we're having those conversations with ourselves to assist us in finding those deep roots of the things that are affecting us in our everyday interactions. So I really ask that everyone take some time throughout their day, even if it's 5-10 minutes, to sit down and connect with themselves. And of course, that is not going to change your life. What will change your life is sitting down for at least an hour out of your week, 2 hours out of your week, and really dive deep into those root issues. I work with hundreds of people internationally in a week, talking about on any kind of trauma, blockages that are not allowing them to get to their next step spiritually. And we take those emotions and those blockages, and we, with regression, which we're going to do today, we're going to do a little bit of that today, we go to the root cause of what is not allowing us to excel, what is blocking us. And even though sometimes at first we may not think, oh, well, my life is fine, I'm having a wonderful life, I have a wonderful partner, I have a wonderful job, I'm happy, I'm just enjoying my life with activities, there's always a root there that is growing silently, and it comes up when we start to have stress or anxiety and interactions with our family and friends. So those are the things that we want to focus on, because what we're not understanding is that our subconscious mind is what creates our reality. And so from that subconscious mind, all the information that is there is where we are pulling from in order to guide us in our interactions, in our choices, in what we're doing in our activities in life, and in all different manners and ways. So it's important to see what the subconscious mind is holding on to. We tend to escape from feeling our emotion. We escape from addressing the painful issues that happen to us. And depending on how we learned through when we were growing up, the first 7 years of our lives, how to deal with emotions. We learn how to deal with our emotions by looking at our parents, at our network, at our family, or at our siblings. And that's where we learn how to process emotions. And if we come from a family that is constantly asking to hold your own emotions back and to not express them in any way, that will create a program in your mind that tells you that it's not okay to express your emotions. So that's just one example. We have many different ways that we were raised and taught, and we've seen our parents. Sometimes we have explosive parents. And from those experiences is where we learn how to interact with the world around us. So based on that, and based on the life that we've chosen, those things are not the ultimate truth. They are one truth. They are one way of looking, one way of being, one way of acting. So when we are faced with experiences that may challenge that kind of interaction or reaction towards something, that's when we start feeling a disconnect. And we often then pull back and we question. And if there's some kind of chaos as a result of that, or a problem that occurred, or someone that rejects us for the way that we interact with our emotions, we start questioning ourselves. And that moment right there, when we start to question our emotions and how we are, what our thoughts are, how we perceive the world, how we react in situations, that's when we have to come back into working with our self-love. Because when we start to question the things that make us who we are, we can go down many different holes of this self-discovery. And a lot of those are very painful because we realize that there is a disconnect between our reality and the reality that other people are experiencing. And that's how life is. So we can experience this kind of disconnect in many different aspects in our life. And so what needs to occur ultimately is that as an individual, as a whole, we have to integrate the parts of ourselves that we feel there is a disconnect with, that we are not able to connect with the environment around us, and integrate. Because none of us are going to be exactly alike. We are all human, we all have experiences, and there's certain patterns of behavior that we all share. But we all have our own different perspectives based on our experiences, and that's where we start to find disconnects throughout our lifetime with people, with experiences, with things. So in that journey of self-discovery, in the journey of evolution, of growing, of evolving, of having partnerships, that's where we have to really look at how we can integrate the duality within. So, for example, understanding what is good, what is bad. Because when we go down that journey of asking the question, well, am I wrong for feeling the way that I feel? Okay, those questions sometimes can be very painful because then we question ourselves, our entire reality, our structure, who taught us that, where did that come from, and why isn't that okay in the environment that I'm in now? So we have to integrate all aspects, all truths, all possibilities, so that we can become so whole and so complete that we are now in a constant state of neutrality. When we enter a certain state of neutrality, we've accessed and accepted all the parts that make us who we are, that make us individual, that make us special. And we are owning those aspects of ourselves. But it doesn't mean that we have to stay there. It doesn't mean that we're stagnant with those ways of being. It means that once we accept them, we can go through the process of deciding whether they are serving us, whether those programs that we picked up from childhood are serving us, or maybe they no longer serve us. Maybe we want to expand and change and experience a different perspective, a different way of looking, okay? And this is how we grow, we evolve, we experience things differently. So today we're going to do a deep regressive exercise that helps us go back to those core moments. I want to focus today specifically on those moments that we start to question ourselves and our behavior, or we start to feel stress, anxiety, some kind of emotion that pulls us away from feeling whole and complete. Anything that we start to reject from ourselves. So I want you to take 1 minute and kind of jot down 3 things that you reject about yourself. So I'm going to jot down here 3 things. Okay, I'm going to jot down, let's say, judgment, insecurity, stress. Okay, three things that really I battle with in my own life, and things that that a lot of us deal with. So I want you to jot down those 3 things. And I want you to remember these things because we're going to go back to them in our meditation. Okay? So I want you to find a really nice, comfortable place, and we're going to get started with our practice. So we're going to run through a regular running energy. We're going to get to a really nice, subtle place. Now, running energy is a fantastic technique to get us really deep to where we want to go so that we can actually access those memories from the past. Sometimes when we experience painful, traumatic memories, we block them out or we tend to forget them. So we're gonna meditate, and we're gonna go to that place in our mind, and by relaxing and shutting down the monkey mind. Okay, so I want you all to get really nice and comfortable. You're gonna close your eyes. I want you to inhale deeply and exhale. As we start to center ourselves in our body, we're going to start by doing a quick body scan. We do a body scan to bring ourselves back into our body. So we're going to visualize from the center of the earth, we're going to pull up a beautiful gold healing energy that's going to go up through the toes, through the ankles, through the calves. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. As I name out every single body part, I want you to remember to breathe deeply down to the base of your spine and exhale through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. I want you to allow your pupils to roll up slightly, facing towards the middle of your forehead, gently without hurting yourself. Allowing yourself to activate the part of your brain that will help you silence that busy mind. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. You're going to pull up that energy up into the thighs, relaxing yourself, settling down wherever you're seated or laying down. You're going to go up to your hips and up to your solar plexus. The center of your body is what I'm going to refer to as the solar plexus. This is the place where we store all our emotions. The center of our emotional body. From here is connected the emotional body that surrounds us. So anything that we are feeling and sensing in terms of an emotion will hit that part of our body and go through perceptions, filtrations of perceptions, which are the chakra centers. So the core of our body is the one that takes all that information and stores it and will distribute it accordingly to the body. So as you inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to release. See how much further you can release those muscles that sometimes we are not aware of, holding on to tension, stress, and information. We're going to go up to the chest, then the lungs. Visualize inhaling deeply into the lungs, cleaning out any stagnant air, oxygenating all our body, removing any old air out. Exhale. I want you to really take this moment for yourself to reconnect with your body, to heal. We're going to go up to our shoulders here. Visualize pulling up that energy up the shoulders and down the arms, down to the palms of the hands, relaxing. I want you to feel the space around your body. Feel the air around your body. What does it feel like to be where you are in this moment? Inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go up to the neck, up to the head, down to the face. This is where all our expressions are stored within the muscle memory of the face. Sometimes we don't notice the tension that we hold on to. Relaxing our brow, inhaling deeply and releasing. We're going to go deeper and deeper into our meditation, preparing the body. As we relax the body, we are also relaxing the mind in stages. Now that we are connected fully with our body, I want you to visualize surrounding yourself inside of a sphere of light, a sphere of protection. And your sphere can be made out of anything that feels real to you. Visualize this sphere above you, below you, to all sides of your body, protecting you, shielding you. This is your space. I want you to become very aware of your space that revolves around your body, creating this energetic shield that surrounds you. We create a shield around the different layers of the bodies. We are multidimensional beings, and we hold 7 main bodies that connect and are receptors to the world around us on different levels. Some of them are physical body, some of them are emotional, some of them are ethereal, some of them are the causal body that takes on and picks up all of the information from around us. And as we pick up all of that like sponges, like each one is a different layer, like a sponge layer that pulls in information. That information comes in through the pores, through the nervous system, okay, through the skin, and is translated and filtered through our chakra system, which is connected to the endocrine and lymphatic system. Okay, so all of the main glands in the body that are very intricately and importantly connected with the main organs in the body are all absorbing information constantly. So being conscious of a shield is just a way of being conscious of your energetic space, deciding what you want to absorb from the world around you and what you don't want to absorb. It's very important that as energetic beings, we understand that we are like sponges. Consciously or subconsciously, we are absorbing things from around us. So when we become aware of what we're taking in from the things around us, we can start to be more in control of what is shifting the subconscious mind in order to create. So as you inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to take a moment to take a look at your sphere and notice where it's difficult to visualize that sphere around you. And wherever you see dark spots that you cannot visualize, I want you to close them. Close them. You can zip them up. You can merge them together. Whatever feels real to you, close yourself inside of your shield fully. And I want you to notice what feels different as you do. When you are open with those black spots, those open dark spaces that you couldn't see, and when you close them, what feels different? going to go deeper into our meditation. Now that we are protected in our shield, we're going to start activating our grounding. I want you to visualize the center of the earth. You're going to send an energetic connection that connects you all the way down. This is just basic grounding. And what we're doing here is we are bringing all those 7 bodies back into the present moment. You are balancing the positive and negative charges in the body. And you are bringing your mind, your brain into alpha state so that you can now access this information deeper. So inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go deeper into our meditation. I want you to start with the root chakra, the red chakra at the base of your spine. You're going to close that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Visualize that little red dot at the base of the spine, closing down. All you see is one small dot at the very base of your spine. We are disconnecting from the physical realm around us. It's like a tentacle that is connecting to everything around us. We're going to pull those back, retrieve them, so we're not constantly receiving information from things around us. We are actually closing that, allocating that energy to the higher realms of our body. Inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go up to the second chakra, the sacral chakra located right below the navel. I want you to visualize closing that orange chakra all the way down to the size of a dime, disconnecting from any imbalances of your sacral chakra. We're going to go up to the solar plexus, the yellow light at the core center. You're going to close that chakra all the way down to the size of a dime. Disconnecting from any imbalances of the emotional body. You're going to go up to the heart chakra, the heart center in the center of your chest. I want you to visualize opening that chakra as wide as possible, front and back, opening the center of connection, of unconditional love. I want you to feel and sense with your 5 senses what it feels like to disconnect from the material realm and to open into the higher aspects of your body. We're going to go up to our throat chakra. Visualize opening that chakra as wide as possible, front and back, opening the center of communication. We're going to go up to the third eye. Visualize the center of your forehead. Open that chakra as wide as possible, opening the center of intuition. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now that you are in reading state, I want you to visualize if you were a color, if your unique body and structure were a color, what color would you be? I want you to use your intuition and just pick one color that represents your highest vibration possible. We're going to go up into our crown center. This is the center for manifestation and creation, where everything comes and enters the 3D realm into the physical. I want you to visualize a sphere with sections. Each one of these sections is going to represent a certain aspect of our lives. What we're going to do is we're going to set the intention for our week. So I want you to visualize that sphere, and the color that you chose, you're going to enter it into every aspect of that sphere. We're going to start with career. Fill in that section brilliantly with your color. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. We're going to go down to relationships. Visualize filling in that space so that our relationships are managed from the highest vibration possible. The next is going to be abundance. Abundance, body, mind, and soul. Fill that in. The next is going to be joy, allowing us to feel joy. The next is going to be love, self-love, our connection to ourselves, so that we can access that information. The next is going to be health. Visualize your health coming into perfect balance right now. And finally, your life purpose. Allowing it to become very clear and apparent to you without any blockages and limitations. I want you to inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go deeper into our meditation. I want you to visualize from the center of the earth a color that represents healing for you. What color is that? I'm going to choose purple. I'm going to choose violet. So as that color comes rushing up in from the center of the earth into the core of my body, it begins to rotate into a vortex of energy. Visualizing that beautiful deep color rotating, creating a vortex in the core of your body, swirling at the center core, preparing itself. We're going to combine this color and run it through the 3 dimensions of the body. From the universe, from source, I want you to visualize a powerful gold energy coming down from the skies, in through the crown of your head, down your spine, combining with that bright healing color at the center of the earth. Visualize combining gold and your healing color, mixing those two in the core of your body. Inhale deeply and exhale. I want you to send a stream of these combinations back down to the center of the earth, your healing color and source color, creating a channel of elimination. So from the core of your body, send down a channel connecting to the center of the earth, and everything that we need to clean out of the body will go down this way. Very good. We're going to go back up to the solar plexus. Visualize pulling up some of that combination up your spine, out overhead, and from the crown like a fountain, coating the outside of your sphere with this healing color and source energy. Healing the illusion, cutting out any cords, any entities that are connecting to the outside of our body that we're not conscious of. Visualize filling the room that you are in, healing the space. We're going to inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to go back to our solar plexus. We're going to pull up some of that color, that combination, up our spine, down our arms, and from the palms of your hands, I want you to fill the inside of your sphere, completely saturating around you inside of your sphere with this healing color and source color. I want you to take a moment to breathe in this color, to drink in this color, healing and restoring the body from the weak. Visualize yourself receiving everything that you have not received this week, whether it's more rest, more love, more health, more compassion, more connection. Visualize all of this coming back inside of your physical body, healing you, restoring, rejuvenating. As we inhale deeply and exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to visualize releasing any tension, any thoughts, anything that comes up through the monkey mind, letting it go. With every breath that we exhale, releasing more and more tension, more and more thoughts, distractions out of the body. Very good. Now that we are here, I want you to start thinking back to all of the things that occurred that this week that made us feel disconnected with ourselves. Things that have caused us anxiety, things that have triggered us in a way. I want you to start thinking back to those experiences, to those interactions. Who were we with? What are we doing? You can start at the last 24 hours and then go back to the past week, all the way back to last Sunday, taking a look at the main thoughts, experiences that have triggered us, that made us feel off balance, that made us feel disconnected. What were they? As we begin to review and take a look at these memories, these experiences, I want you to start noticing what are the patterns. Tap in with yourself. What is the main emotion that we always tend to fall back into? Are we feeling anxious? Are we feeling stressed out? Are we questioning what is occurring? As we start reviewing those memories, I want you to ask yourself, what is the feeling that you are sensing in that moment that causes you to feel stressed out or trigger you? What is that main emotion? I want you to identify that emotion. Now I want you to go back to the past month. Let's review that. Over the past month, what are the things, the triggers that have caused us the greatest amount of stress, of anxiety? What are the things that have caused us to question ourselves? As we inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to pick one of these memories that have caused you the greatest amount of impact, that has really made you question yourself when it comes to being more expansive, more expressive. What is it that has stopped you from being yourself the most? Go back to that memory. And if it's not just being yourself the most, being the person you want to be, what stopped you from being the person you want to be? So as we go back to that memory, we start to narrow down and observe what is occurring here in this memory, who we are with, what is happening in this exchange, who is around us, noticing if the people around us are causing an effect in the way we are feeling, or if it's just ourselves interacting with one person. I want you to tap into your physical body, and I want you to identify what is the emotion that you are feeling there in that moment. Let's narrow it down. Once we have that emotion, I want you to tap into your body. Where in your body do you feel that emotion? Where are you feeling it? Is it your stomach area, your chest, your head, your back? I want you to zoom in to that part of your body that you're feeling it. And as you do, I want you to feel that emotion without any resistance there in that part of your body. Expanding that emotion around your body, becoming completely present with that emotion. As you inhale deeply and exhale, becoming completely present with this emotion. Sometimes this is a little bit uncomfortable, and we don't often want to feel these emotions, but I want you to take a moment to feel this emotion, because when we are present with our emotions, we notice that a lot of information starts to come up. So as you inhale deeply and exhale, feeling this emotion, what other emotions come up for you right now? Let's take a look at that. As you inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to name out the emotions that you're feeling in that moment, the secondary emotions. And I want you to tap in to the one that is the strongest of those emotions that you're feeling. What is the root cause of this emotion? Okay. I want you to have your emotion. Once you have the emotion identified, want you to scan your body once again and identify where on your body you are feeling that emotion. And we're going to do it again. I want you to tap into that emotion and be completely present with that secondary emotion. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now that you have this emotion, this is the key emotion that I want you to focus on, because this is what lies behind that first emotion. The first emotion is our reaction. That reaction will usually come from programming. The secondary emotion is the root of this reaction and where we picked up that pattern. So what I want you to do is I want you to recognize, when was the first time that you experienced this secondary emotion? So now that you are feeling it and you've identified, I want you to take yourself all the way back to the first time when you felt that. Okay, it's going to be a memory. You can go as far back as you want to go. Take yourself back into that moment. What was happening there? Let's take a look at that interaction. Who were you with? What are you feeling? Who is around you? I want you to notice to all the parts of this environment, all of the parts of this interaction. And I want you to do that because I want you to notice that these are the patterns that we are replaying constantly in our lives. Okay? The tension that you feel in this particular moment is our trigger. So anytime that we start to experience that emotion in our current life, we can recognize it from this moment. So identify who is around you, what they're doing, how they are interacting with you, what you are feeling. So I want you to come tapping back into yourself there in that moment. Maybe you're a child. Maybe this was something that happened a couple of months ago. Maybe you're in the womb. I want you to tap in with yourself and identify what you're feeling there in that moment. Tapping into that emotion sometimes can be often uncomfortable, but as we identify what we feel, we can heal it. So as you identify that emotion, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you needed from this person that you are with in order to not feel that way? I want you to ask yourself that question, because then you're going to be able to identify what your needs are. So as you are interacting with this being, regardless of what age stage you are in, ask yourself, what did you need in that moment? So let's say you were feeling rejected, or you felt that you had to contract yourself, or you felt that you are fearful. What did you need in order to not feel that way? Did you need more compassion? Did we need more love, more connection, more communication? Tap in with yourself. I want you to really take a moment to take a look at and identify that, because this is the key element to all our relationships. And as we go through this journey, you will see why. Be honest with yourself. Be real. Be authentic. As you identify your need, I want you now to set that aside, keep that in mind, and I want you to look back at yourself in that moment, whether you're in the womb, whether you're a child, whether you're already an adult. I want you to look at yourself. What is it that you needed from yourself in that moment? What would have helped you? What would have, if you could go back in time and give yourself some tools, what could you provide yourself with in order to not feel this way? Very good. Now that you have identified these two things, I want you to visualize one color that represents the need from the other person. So is it more love? Is it more communication, connection? If it's connection, maybe it's blue. If it's love, maybe it's red. The power of color in work is incredibly important. We are multidimensional beings, and our communication with the world around us comes through vibration, and we receive and perceive vibration through color. So when we are healing, we utilize the power of color to heal the body in these multidimensional experiences and opportunities to heal ourselves. So I want you to take that color, and I want you to surround yourself as a child in the womb, wherever you are, with a sphere of light. And I want you to fill yourself in with that color. I want you to saturate yourself, heal yourself. I want you to feel this color penetrating, this energy, this loving energy penetrating into the pores, into the flesh, into the muscles, all the way down to the cellular level of the body. I want you to visualize the cells of the body transforming from that darkness, because everything takes on shape according to vibration. On the molecular level, it is absorbing information. So I just want you to visualize that all of that information of anger or stress, anxiety, of rejection that we're feeling, all of those negative emotions, visualize eliminating them from the body and replacing it with this love, a more expansive or connection, safety, whatever it is that you needed in that moment. Allow yourself to receive and heal the body with that energy. As you inhale deeply and exhale, any time that we experience a traumatic experience in our life, a fractal of our soul is left suspended in time. So what you're healing here with this visualization is a fractal of your soul. I want you to visualize yourself now in that womb, in that sphere healing. And I want you to now visualize the other person that was interacting with you here. I want you to see them in front of you. You're going to shine your crown chakra, the light, the color that you chose for your highest vibration. You're going to shine that on top of this person, and you're going to see a contract, an agreement. This contractual agreement is going to represent any kind of self-rejection, any time that we question ourselves, any time that we neglect ourselves. It represents any time the exterior illusion from outside of us, anyone, makes us question our identity and our self-worth. So I want you to take that contract and completely destroy it, eliminate it. I want you to see a cord now connecting you to this person. I want you to scan yourself. Where on your body do you see this cord connecting you to that person? You're going to cut that cord on their end, cut that cord on your end. And as you do, I want you to inhale, taking back your life force, taking back your energy, allowing them the ability to take back their healing, creating neutrality, resetting the energetic balance of this interaction. I want you to go back to yourself here, healing inside of that sphere. I want you to take a look at yourself. What has changed now that you have absorbed this healing energy? What is different with you? Take a look at yourself. Do you look brighter? Do you look lighter? Do you look more happy and secure? We have just reprogrammed a fractal of your soul. And I want you to now take this fractal and you're going to reintegrate this fractal back into your body. So as you see this child or this person, this adult in front of you, I want you to cut the cord on their end and cut the cord on your end. And as you inhale deeply, I want you to take this energy back into your body. All of this information of this person, this version of yourself, this fractal of your soul is now reintegrated into your body. As you inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to absorb all of that lightness, that brightness, that joy, that healing into your body, into every aspect, every wound of yourself from this program that was created from this interaction is now healed. As you inhale deeply and exhale, I want you to go back to the primary emotion, the first circumstance that we brought up into our mind, and we're going to do the same. I want you to go back to that interaction. What was it that you needed from that person in that moment that caused you to feel this way? Tap into that need, identify the need. Again, did we need more love? Did we need more connection? I want you to notice if there's any difference in your perception from when we first addressed and looked at this interaction to after healing the first core part of it. Does it still feel that we need the same thing as strong as we did previously? I want you to notice that when we heal certain aspects of ourselves, we are actually healing our entire network, which means that when we heal the root cause of an emotion, of a fear, of an insecurity, we're healing many aspects of ourselves that are interacting with that. So that's why this work is so important, that it's connected to many different aspects of ourselves. So going back to that, I want you to see yourself there in that moment. I want you to surround yourself in a sphere of light. And as you do, you're going to select a color that represents whatever it is that you needed in that moment. I want you to notice if any of these three things that we wrote at the beginning of our practice today are showing up here within this space. For example, for me, judgment, my memory took me back to a moment when I had a judgmental situation. So in that exercise, I access exactly what I needed, and I am providing myself with what I needed. So as you see yourself here in this moment, filling yourself with this color that represents your need, you are healing. Visualize entering the pores, entering the flesh, all the way down to the cellular level, transforming the darkness into pure white light. I want you to visualize eliminating all of those feelings of sadness, of anxiety, of separation that you're feeling in that moment out of the body completely. Cleansing out all of those emotions, negative feelings, absorbing and taking in this new healing energy into the body. You're going to inhale deeply and exhale. I want you to see the party that you are with in front of you, the person that you are interacting with. You're going to see that as you shine your light on top of them, there is another contract. This contract now represents any time that we abandon ourselves, any time that we are not there for ourselves, providing ourselves support, love, connection. And since today's specific focus is self-love, abandoning ourselves is one of the first things that we tend to do in a lot of interactions in our lifetime that allow us to not feel loved from ourselves. Because in a moment that we start to access judgment, we want to leave ourselves in order to adjust ourselves accordingly to our environment. So we're going to try not to do that. As you see that contract there, I want you to completely destroy that contract as we let go of that habit of letting ourselves down, maybe not being there for ourselves when we need to be there for ourselves. So go ahead and delete that contract completely. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Very good. So now I want you to take a look at this party that's in front of you, and you're going to see a cord connecting you to them. You're going to cut that cord on their end, cut the cord on your end. I want you to inhale deeply as you retake your power, retake your energy, allowing them the ability to take back their energy, creating neutrality. Allowing them to leave your space completely. I want you to go back to yourself, healing in this space. What's different with you now? What has changed? Notice the difference from yourself energetically, physically, emotionally. Now that you have provided yourself with what you needed in that moment, provided yourself with new tools and information, what is different with you there? Very good. As you take a look at yourself, this is another fractal of your soul. So we're going to reintegrate this aspect into ourselves. You're going to cut the cord on their end, cut the cord on your end. As you inhale deeply, taking back this fractal of your soul into your body, healing your body and your mind. Very good. I want you to inhale deeply and exhale. I want you to take all of these memories that you brought up into your space. I want you to visualize a giant vacuum connecting to the bottom of your sphere. And you're going to send all of this down to the center of the earth, allowing yourself to clear your space completely. Seven bodies in, seven bodies out, all charges down to zero as you completely neutralize the energy and the space around your body. All the information goes down to the center of the earth. All of the memories of the past week, the stressful situations, the triggers, the anxiety, allow them to leave your space and make a conscious note to yourself that you are relieving and letting go of all the things that have happened this week. As you inhale deeply and exhale once again, I want you to start with the root chakra, the red chakra at the base of your spine. You're going to open that chakra back up into a balanced state. You're going to go up to the second chakra, right underneath the navel, the orange chakra. You're going to open that chakra back into a balanced state. You're going to go up to your solar plexus. I want you to open that chakra back into a balanced state. You're going to go up into your heart chakra. You're going to close that chakra back into a balanced state. Balancing your center for connection. You're going to go up into your throat chakra. I want you to close that chakra back into a balanced state. You're going to go back into your third eye. You're going to close that chakra back into a balanced state. You're going to go up to your crown chakra, grabbing that color, your beautiful creative color, your unique vibration. You're going to send that up into the 9th chakra. You're going to turn on the 9th chakra, which is right above. You have a whole string of chakras that go all the way up to source. So visualize turning on that 9th chakra as bright as possible, setting the intention that you are activating and opening the higher levels of your body. Tenth chakra, turn on the 10th chakra above that. Eleventh chakra, turn on the 11th chakra. 12th chakra, turn on the 12th chakra. And the 13th chakra, turn on the 13th chakra, shining brilliantly with your light. And above you is a powerful white light of source. I want you to connect up into that white light as you pull down a warm and healing energy, protecting and sealing the body from the healing that we did today. And while you are here absorbing this beautiful source energy into the body, I want you to repeat, I love myself. I am worthy. I am the master of my body and my mind. I am loved and lovable. I am abundance. I speak my truth. I am compassionate with myself. I am healthy and vibrant. I do things that nurture my body and my soul. My choices help me become the greatest version of myself. Okay? My choices help me become the greatest version of myself. And finally, I take ownership for my body, my mind, my thoughts, my words, and my emotions. Very good, everyone. And as you come back into the room, I really want to commend you for taking a moment today to do this exercise. And I know sometimes it's hard to get to those moments, hard to access that information. But I can tell you that over the years of doing this work on myself and the years of doing this work with many of my clients, there has been such tremendous change and transformation. We cannot expect to have change and transformation if we don't provide ourselves with the tools and if we don't educate ourselves with what we need. with understanding how interactions work, how they operate, and what happens to us in those interactions. So this kind of work helps us really access and get to know ourselves and how we act, how we feel, how we navigate our world around us. So I invite you to practice this exercise as much as possible, to dig up all of the old patterns that are making us who we are today, that hold us back from becoming expansive versions of ourselves. And I hope you guys have an incredible, beautiful Sunday in joining today. And I send you all my love, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everybody that joined. Hi, John. Thank you so much for joining. Blossom, oh my God, wonderful to see you. I hope you have an incredible week, and I will see you soon. All my love. Bye-bye.